In this next section, we're going to be sort of reviewing what we've already learned about decimal numbers and then making a connection between decimal numbers and fractions. So we're sort of starting with some review, and then the fractions are kind of interwoven as we go on through the section. So let's look at these images in these first examples, and it says, what decimal number is illustrated? So you'll notice this actually looks a lot like the fraction models we've been talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we see this has been split into tenths. Again, hopefully you're noticing the connection between the vocabulary, the language. 5 are obviously colored in, so we have 5 tenths, which we know as a fraction would be represented like this. If you remember from earlier in the year when we practiced numeration, so saying large and small numbers, this is the tenths column. So we'd also read this 0 and 5 tenths. So it'd be this one. Down here, our denominator, so we can see, and I hope you can realize there's 10 this way and 10 this way. So 10 times 10, there's 100 small squares there. So if we were writing as a fraction, why are you doing that, Miss Cooper? It doesn't ask for that. It says write it as a decimal. I'm just starting to try and draw that connection for you already. I'm not going to count the purple pieces here. I'm going to count the ones that are missing. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 100 minus 16 is 84. So 84 out of 100, or 84 hundredths, which I hope you remember is written 0.84. I don't know if the computer will want you to write the 0 before the decimal, but if you are writing it on paper, it's always good to do that to indicate there's no whole, there's only parts. And again, another connection in the language there between fractions and decimals, wholes and the parts of a whole. Another way you could have counted this up, if you don't like that subtracting thing, is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there's 8 times 10, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. In this example, it's asking for the same thing. What decimal number is illustrated? I want you to recognize that this looks more similar to the models when we talked about mixed numbers. So as a fraction, I'm seeing 2 whole, and how many do we have in here? Again, I'm going to just subtract. There's 10, and there's must be 7 here. So 100 minus 17 is 83. So 2 and 83 hundredths. So we've seen these mixed numbers. How do we write that as a decimal? 2 whole, 8.83. So 2 and 83 hundredths. 2 and 83 hundredths. Hopefully you're noticing the connection between the language. In these examples for this task, it's the same concept, but kind of the opposite. They want you to do the shading. So show 8 tenths by shading the model. In terms of what 8 tenths looks like as a decimal, hopefully you remember 0 and 8 tenths. This is it as a fraction. So we're just going to fill that in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because it had been split into 10 parts, our whole, we're filling in 8 out of 10, or 8 tenths. Down here, 1 and 33 hundredths. Again, just thinking about what that would look like as a fraction. 1 and 33 hundredths, or a mixed number. And now filling it in. So we have 1 whole already done for us, it says there. We need to fill in the 33 out of 100. So 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3. I think it's pretty straightforward. And in this last example, they're asking us to write 1/10, or 0 and 1/10, as a fraction with the denominator of 10. If this is a little scary to look at for you, by all means just start by drawing 1/10. 1/10. And then you probably a little easier for you to see, oh, that's literally just 1 out of 10, or 1/10. Well, that's it. Good luck with this section.